Hasan reached a new low. Now I know why Tectone calls him by his full name. By Hasan, are we talking about the same person? Are we talking about Hamas, Diddy, Osama bin Laden, Adolf Epstein Piker? Is that what we're talking about? Or is this a different guy? Yeah, that's him? Oh, okay. Wait, what did he do? What happened?
Asmongold had a fairly balanced take. Dude, Asmongold would literally laugh at you being ethnically cleansed if you're Indian, okay?
At a certain point, Twitch, when are we gonna step in? Like, what do you need to have happen? I would love to know. Better yet, Twitch, I would love an answer. Tell me how Hasan isn't breaking TOS. I need an answer. Why can Hasan go live and say that Asmongold would laugh at you if you were mass murdered, and say that Asmongold is a pedophile, and to say that Asmongold killed his fucking deceased mother? I call Frogan fat. I get banned for 2 weeks. What are we doing here? Also, kudos to Asmongold for not losing his fucking shit. Asmongold is truly built different. I believe if there comes to anybody who has full emotional control in this world, it's him. And I bow to his superior skills. I'd be crashing the fuck out. So good to him. Maybe I need to work on it. It gets worse? It gets worse. How does it get worse?
I didn't know that.
He thinks brown people are inferior. What the fuck are you talking about?
Okay, so let me get this right. So according to Hamas, Diddy, Osama bin Laden, Adolf Epstein Piker, a guy who has admitted that he's gone to a Diddy party, admitted that he saw attractive minors, has an uncle that's a sex pest that says he thinks bestiality should be legal, and how he was watching 14-year-old girls on the beach saying, man, one day I can't wait to have sex with them, has a father who played a role in releasing the guy that played the attack on October 7th in Israel, Palestine, and freed a terrorist leader, and the same Diddy Piker who called the police on his ex-girlfriend just to harass them. This is the guy who's now called Asmongold a racist, a pedophile, a mother killer. What is going on here? And this dude, the internet thinks this guy is the good guy. Jesus Christ. And the worst thing is he has a really small head. Yeah, but have you seen how small Hasan's head is? Because if that doesn't tell you everything you need to know, then I don't know what is.
He just doesn't give a shit, but he is like seemingly siding with you.
Oh, jeez. No, I can't see. Here's the problem, is that even if I wanted to sue Hasan, I never would, but I couldn't because nobody gives a shit what he says. Nobody.
Absolutely. And that is the problem. I'll be real. Like, Hasan shit-talking me, all it did was make me more successful, to be completely honest. Because after the shit that Hasan says to me, no one is ever going to say, all right, man, enough's enough. You're going too hard on the guy. Nobody's ever going to say that. I mean, this is a guy who goes live and says that you're a criminal and says that you've done the worst shit on earth. Guys, I really don't know how to say this more. Bro has unironically gone to a Diddy party. Why do you think he was having a temper tantrum when Diddy was being put on trial? Bro, that's literally his best friend. You know what I mean? Like, there's the family that you're born with that you can't control, and then there's the family that you choose, and Hasanabi, Diddy Adolf Piker, has chosen Diddy as his blood brother. I don't know what else there is to say.
Nobody cares.
I don't even know that much.
Sear clip? What's this? Oh, God. What? What's happening?
Like that. Ew.
Oh, my Beetlejuice.
Fucking Weasley liar, dude. What a fucking Weasley fucking liar, dude. Still lying.
Much about India versus Pakistan. But what the fuck does Asmongold know about India versus Pakistan? Holy shit. India bros are attacking you on Asmon? Of course they are. I mean, go there then. Go there. Look at the thumbnail.
They did.
Okay, let's be real. As far as India goes, nobody has an issue with going to India. It's just eating their street food that, you know, maybe we don't, you know, maybe we don't eat all that. You know, it is what it is. I just don't want to eat their food. But other than that, you know, it is what it is.
That's why you're mad.
Of his last video.
I get more updates about my YouTube channel from Hasan than I do from my editors.
Oh man, dude, I get all of my updates in life on whether anybody's shit talking me or not by following Yeet on Twitter. Because if anybody shit talked me, and it's usually just Hasan, it's gonna be on Yeet by Ock20K. And I'll be like, oh, okay, so that's what we're dealing with today? Oh, okay, great. And then if any of my homies are being shit talked, it's also by... You enjoying watching the stream, buddy? Anyways, yeah, it's great because if anything's happening in the world, I know somebody's pissed off at Hasan because we don't know how in big 2025, bro is still not permabanned.
Help me, I'm trapped in the attic.
Wow, Face of Twitch, number one political streamer, is calling India a rogue terrorist state? Wait, what?
Quick correction for the r/India bros who were cooking Hasan. He's actually the second biggest political streamer.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. You want to know why Hasan has less viewers than Asmongold? Because he's retarded, and that shit drives Hasan insane. That's what Hasan doesn't get, is that Hasan is gonna have Asmon's nuts on his face for the rest of his life because Hasan is the most unlikable human being on earth unless you want to have sex with him. It's the same thing with Denims, man. I swear to God, you put a sweater on Denims, she loses 80% of her viewer count. Straight up. And if you want how I know that's the truth, guys, why do you think Denims gets 4,000 views and Frogan gets 200? It ain't because one's smarter. Yup, you know it's the goddamn truth. The political space is full of the lowest common denominator of viewers, and man, they love jacking off. It is insane.
Not the first.
Face of Twitch and the number one political streamer Hasan calling India a rogue terrorist state in defense
What are we
for
doing?
Pakistan.
Any state that violates the sovereignty of another state and strikes civilian targets is a fucking rogue terrorist
There's a big difference between Denims and Frogan. Yeah, I know, it's about 400 pounds.
state. Say
Well,
India,
wouldn't that make Pakistan a rogue terrorist state?
but I would go so far as to
Yeah, but that doesn't fit his narrative. You know what I mean? I wanna remind you that Hamas, Bin Laden, Diddy Piker is the same guy who heard about the rapes that happened in Israel and Palestine, and he doesn't believe that it happened because the victims didn't come out and prove anything, and there was only circumstantial evidence. And I want to remind you, the circumstantial evidence that occurred was bruising and bleeding around the vagina while the women were tied up and gagged and cum in the vagina. That was the circumstantial evidence. And by the way, you want to know why none of them came forward? Because they were fucking murdered. So yeah, that's the evidence that he'll deny due to the fact that, well, but my terrorist. What if my terrorists don't seem like the good guys? Well, but Hamas got to be the good guys. What's going on? I'm convinced that all of these disgusting fucking people that Hasan's related to, trust me, I get it, have this kind of deal with him where he has to go live and support all these fucking people. Otherwise, they'll be cut out of Daddy's trust fund. Like, there's no way that you can't. I mean, let's be real, guys. Hasan is the biggest Nepo baby on the entire platform. Bro has been given anything. Bro has been given anything and everything in his entire life. Bro has worked for nothing. And given the amount of all the support, all the financial support, all of the push on the mainstream media, he still can't get more viewers than the guy who lives in a trash bag and garbage. I want you to remember that. Because your daddy can only get you so far, man. The biggest Nepo baby on Twitch. It's pathetic.
say, yeah, they're doing terrorism. I'm sorry, I'm vehemently anti-Modi and his agenda, but to call India a rogue terrorist state is absolutely incorrect. This is a rogue terrorist action. A rogue terrorist state action. That's precisely what that was.
I got, what do you even say? How does he always find himself on this side? How does this keep happening? Like, I remember.
This is the reason why it's good that Hasan's not getting banned, because the longer that he doesn't get banned, the more he shows his true colors and the more everybody realizes that he's fucking retarded. That is the biggest upside of all of this.
Remember, everybody was spamming and they were like, oh, watch Hasan support this. And like, I didn't feed into this at all because I thought that it was unfair.
Hasan, definitely view bots. I'll be real, man. I feel like all large streamers on this platform are being view botted. And I'm also going to give them a massive benefit of the doubt. I don't think they're the ones who are view botting them. I'll be real. Maybe they are. Maybe. But like, I don't think so. Because a lot of people will just do that for streamers as well as like the companies that support them, the advertisers that support them. So I don't like going after people for that, but that's just me. And it's so hard to tell. It's so hard to prove. I think the easiest way is probably to download the plugin, right? Like Fextra Life was like very obviously they were just viewer embedding and we could prove it, but going after viewbots is pretty difficult in big 2025.
Fair. And now we have the clip once again.
Because like even like I mean you guys know all the streamers who were just legitimately getting viewbot over the past couple days. Like I don't think that was them pushing themselves to 160,000. You know what I'm saying?
We've had another side where Hasan has fallen off on the side of supporting terrorism. Who would have guessed?
I know, man. Hasan did something else retarded. Hasan is 440% cooked. I don't know how anybody watches this guy. I just don't, bro. I would value your political opinions more if you got them from watching Fred on fucking YouTube. This guy's retarded.